All right, hi, welcome to class today. So in this 20-minute yin sequence, we're going to have a little pigeon party. We're going to get into the hips. We're going to do some variations of pigeon pose to, just release some tension and get into the body. So to begin with, we're just going to move right onto the back. Okay. We're going to bend the left knee and we're going to bring the right foot to left thigh. Okay, now if you've had busy day or busy week, okay, all you need to do is just keep your left foot on the ground, okay, and just gently allow the right knee to move away. However, if you have a little more space or you're looking for a bit more, okay, maybe you reach for hamstring or shin, and then find the breath. Try to keep the neck neutral. Try not to force deeper ranges of motion here. We want to allow the body to gently relax, gently lengthen. In the yin practice, we are targeting the fascia, ligaments, tendons, cartilage, all these connective tissues. So we need to make sure that the muscles relax. Okay, just a little bit longer on this side. Okay, you're going to slowly release. Bring the left foot back down. Keep the right foot where it is, just a little bit longer. And then we're going to switch. We'll start with the right foot down and just allow for a few moments for the left hip, knee, and ankle to just adjust to the position. So don't be in a rush to reach for deeper expressions. All right. From here, if you wish to, you could grab for the hamstring or for the shin. If you are reaching for those points, just make sure the neck is neutral, jaw relaxed, and come into that breath. And keep drawing awareness inward. Use the breath to connect to the body. Any places where you feel tension, become aware of that, and then try to release it through awareness, through breath focus. Just a little bit longer. And then slowly bring right foot down. Again, pause with left foot where it is. Okay, and then bring left foot down. Your choice. You can let the knees gently touch together or straighten the legs for just a moment. Maybe give them a little shake. Bend the knees, roll onto the side, press up. Okay, and from here, and come into deer pose. Okay, so we'll start with left foot. You could either be facing front of mat or side of mat. I always like to go sideways on this posture. Okay, but it doesn't matter which way you orientate your mat. Okay, right leg, you want to have it gently behind, and if you need less, you bring the heel just a little closer. Okay, from here, you just lean forward, and then we're going to turn over to the left. So in Yin Yoga, call this deer pose. In Hatha Yoga, modified pigeon. Okay. You can stay higher up, gently bringing the chest forward, or come down onto the forearms. Get that outer IT band and outer hip to just settle into the mat. Maybe you wiggle the left toes just to release any tension in that left leg. Maybe head comes lower and you stack on fists. Or you just let the head drop down and you just focus on sitting into that left hip. Just a little bit longer on this side. All right, we're going to slowly come back up. Sit on that left hip for just a little bit longer. And then we're going to switch. Okay, so we bring right leg forward. We make any adjustments with the right leg that we need to. The left leg is comfortably behind. Okay, heel could be a little closer. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale, coming forward for a moment. And then we're going to turn over to the right. You can stay with arms straight or come down to the forearms. A lot of times in these more upright versions of pigeon or deer pose, we round the back a whole bunch and we just kind of limit how far we can take it. So if we just start to lengthen the spine just a little bit more, Okay, we don't actually change how deep our posture is, but we can be much more efficient at achieving what we want, okay, which is an expansion of the body, a connection of the breath, and a clearing of the mind. Draw inward, stay present. A few more moments on this side. And slowly come up. Just bring both legs out in front of you for a moment. Lean back, give them a little shake. Okay, and then from here we're going to move into an yin yoga called Swan, or Sleeping Pigeon, Sleeping Swan. There's all sorts of English translations. Okay, Kapotasana, Pigeon Pose. Okay, so we're moving back to downward facing dog for just a moment. And then we're going to bring left knee to left wrist, right leg straight, pause upright for a moment, and then lower down. If at any point this posture feels too challenging, revert back to one of the ones we've done previously, or you could stick a block, a rolled up blanket, a towel underneath that left hip to help keep the hips square. Okay, just as I mentioned in the deer pose variation, okay, the spine naturally rounds here, so we want to lengthen it forward. A few more moments here. Remember, it's yin yoga, so we don't have to find the deepest expression of the pose. We just do what we can. Let's go 2 more breaths. If you went lower, come back onto the hands, tuck the right toes under, step back, downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. And release any tension that could have come from sitting in that posture. And then we've got the other side. We bring right knee towards wrist, left leg straight. Square, again, pillow, blanket, rolled up towel, yoga block underneath right hip. Inhale. If you're going to lower, maybe you come to the forearms, or if it was available without over effort and without straining, you could lengthen the legs. Remembering yin yoga, we want to stay in that 60% of our natural range of motion sweet spot. Okay. Remember, try to find a little bit of length through the spine. Keep the jaw relaxed. Just a little bit longer on this side. Okay, if you've lowered, slowly come back up to the hands. Left toes tuck under. Move back. Downward facing dog. Wiggle the legs, sway the hips, release any tension that may have arisen. And then we come to tabletop. Move to the back. Bend the knees, lay back. And you're going to cross the right leg over top of left. Okay, so we want hamstring and thigh connection, so not having foot and thigh. So all the way over, best you can. You're going to lift the hips up. You're going to move them a little bit to the right, and then you're going to bring the knees to the left. And then try and keep the right shoulder down. And lots of focused breath. Don't worry about pushing the knees to the ground. Okay, just let them sit at the point where you can feel something happening and you can breathe into it. Slowly come up, re-square the hips, and then we'll do the other side. We bring the left leg over right. Okay, from here, pick the hips up, move them a few centimeters to the left, and then we bring the knees to the right. Keep the left shoulder down. Slowly come back up, and square the hips, uncross the legs, bring the knees to the chest, roll the head to the knees, give yourself a tight squeeze, and then Shavasana. Let it all go. If your time is short, you need to stay within that 20-minute time frame. Slowly reawaken. If you want to take a little bit longer, Shavasana is yours for as long as you'd like. If you're starting to reawaken, arms above the head, point through the toes for a moment, bend the knees, roll onto the side, gently press up, come back to the center, and hands to the heart. I'd like to thank you for joining me in class today. Wish you a great rest of the day wherever it takes you. My heart to yours. Namaste. Join the Yoga Fire community at yogafire.tv. I have over 150 classes for beginners right through to experienced yogis. Embrace the flexibility of practicing anywhere and at any time with yogafire.tv. Start your 14-day free trial today.